Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride if I have things you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. You just call on brother when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. You just call on your brother when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry, I'm right up the road and I'll share your load. If you just call me, lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
A writer known for inspirational words, William Arthur Ward, gives us our start for the service today. He said, "Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it." Good morning and welcome to virtual worship at the Unitarian Universalist Church of Silver Spring. I am Carrie Schneider. My pronouns are she, her, and hers, and it's my privilege to be the worship associate for today. Our service is about gratitude for gifts seen through eyes of various ages. Our interim religious education director, Marcia Thrall, and our RE committee, composed of Erica Anderson, Chip Birdsall, Liska Friedman, and Rachel Mears, have put the service together. They and young people from the UUCSS RE program will lead us in expressions of gratitude today, and we look forward to unwrapping their presents. Visitors from around the world, you are especially welcome. Juwan Kim is our welcoming captain of the day and would be glad to answer your questions in the chat. Juwan will also be available during virtual coffee hour after the service. Our worship continues in a completely online format. Our staff and volunteers learn more every week about how to create community in new ways. We are transforming and strengthening our connections. Whether you are here with us live or watching later, we are so glad you are here. If you are watching live, you can log in to Google to participate in the comments. To help protect privacy, comments will not be available for later playback, but during the service they are very public, so please keep that in mind. Thank you to Scott Sleek and Joe Paoletti for moderating the chat today. American Sign Language interpretation is available in a separate Zoom room. If you use ASL and need help finding that link, please ask in the chat or email VSTechSupport@uucss.org. Thank you to all the volunteers and staff who made today's service possible. Thank you especially to Technical Director Matthew Rice, who recently joined our technical direction team. Thank you to the musicians who contributed their time and talent for today's service. It's almost time for the chalice lighting and congregational commitment. If you have a chalice, a candle, or a flashlight at home, get ready to light it and let us know in the chat that the chalice is lit and where you are.
Please join us in the words on your screen as we light our chalice. May this light warm our hearts with love and caring and guide us in the ways of truth.
Light the candle.
Can I stand it up? Okay, ready? We are the Unitarian Universalist Church of Silver Spring. We are the Church of the Open Mind. We are the Church of the Helping Hands. We are the Church of the Loving Heart. We are the Church of the Flaming Chalice that guides us in the ways of truth. And good times and bad times together. Whee!
May it be so. Now let's sing together the hymn, For All That Is Our Life. The lyrics will be on your screen.
For all that is our life, we sing our thanks and praise. For all life is a gift, which we are called to use to build the common good and make our own days glad. For needs which others serve, for services we give, for work and its rewards, for hours of rest and love, we come with praise and thanks. For all that is our life, for sorrow we must bear, for failures, pain, and loss, for each new thing we learn, for fearful hours that pass, we come with praise and thanks. For all that is our life, for all that is our life, we sing our thanks and praise. For all life is a gift, which we are called to use to build the common good and make our own days glad.
I'll be reading the bilingual story, Gracias, Thanks, by Pat Mora, illustrated by John Parra. Por el sol que me despierta y no permita que siga durmiendo por años y años, y que me crezca una larga barba blanca. Gracias. For the sun that wakes me up so I don't sleep for years and years and grow a long white beard. Thanks. Por la mariquita que se posó en mi dedo, una pequeña sorpresa voladora roja. Gracias. For the ladybug that landed on my finger, a little red flying surprise. Thanks. Por las olas espumosas que no persiguen a mí y a mi hermana y a veces corren hacia nosotros con un rápido ¡plaf! Gracias. For the foamy waves that chase my sister and me and sometimes dash after us with a fast splash. Thanks. Por las abejas que no me picaron y convierten en un alfiletro. Gracias. For the bees that didn't sting me and turn me into a pincushion. Thanks. Por abuelita que siempre me grina y me da $1 cuando nadie nos está mirando. Gracias. For abuelita, who always winks and gives me $1 when nobody's looking. Thanks. Por mi amigo Billy, que me enseñó el libro sobre el niño gigante que pone a sus padres pequeñitos en la cima de un gran árbol cuando ellos se portan mal. Gracias. For my friend Billy, who showed me the book about a boy giant who puts his little parents on top of a tall tree when they misbehave. Thanks. Por los gusanos que atrajeron al gran pez que tiró de mi hilo de pescar. Gracias. For the worms that brought the big fish to tug on my line. Thanks. Por mi hermanito, que le lanzó su puré de chícharos a mi hermana y me hizo reír tanto que me caí de la silla. Gracias. For my little brother who threw mashed peas at my sister and made me laugh so hard I fell on my chair. Thanks. Por mamá, que encontró mi tarea en la basura. Gracias. For Mom, who found my homework in the trash. Thanks. Por la música de mi tío y su guitarra, que convierte a nuestros perros en cantantes ayudadores. Gracias. For the music of my uncle and his guitar that turns our dogs into howling singers. Thanks. Por mi familia, que aplaudió y sigo aplaudiendo cuando me caí en el escenario durante nuestra obra de teatro escolar. Gracias. For my family, who clapped and clapped even when I tripped on the stage in the school play. Thanks. Por el chocolate que papá derrite hasta que se convierte en un líquido espeso que llamamos lodo tibio, cuando lo vertemos sobre el helado de vanilla. Gracias. For the chocolate Dad melts into thick syrup we call warm mud when we pour it on vanilla ice cream. Thanks. Por mis pijamas viejos, tan suaves que me siento como si me estuviera poniendo aire. Gracias. For my old pajamas, so soft they feel like I'm putting on air. Thanks. Por el grillo escondido que nos canta una serenata antes de dormir. Gracias. For the cricket hiding when he serenades us to sleep. Thanks.
Even in a time when we are physically apart, as an act of community care, members and friends of the congregation continue to support one another through triumphs, tragedies, struggles, and milestones. During the music, if you are worshiping with us live, please type your joys or sorrows into the chat box, or type the name of someone you are holding in remembrance. Please remember that the chat box is public during the live stream. The Joys and Sorrows has proven to be full and fast moving, so we don't expect that everyone will be able to read every response. If you would like to discuss your joy or sorrow with a peer listener, please email layministers@uucss.org and let them know you need support. If you are watching a recording later, please take this time of meditation to reflect, to journal, to name the love that has been in your life in the past or present. As we enter into reflection on joys and sorrows, we are grateful for the music. May all be held in love. Thank you.
Welcome Morning by Anne Sexton. There is joy in all, in the hair I brush each morning, in the cannon towel newly washed that I rub my body with each morning, in the chapel of eggs I cook each morning, in the outcry from the kettle that heats my coffee each morning, in the spoon and the chair that cry, "Hello there, Anne," each morning, in the Godhead of the table that I set my silver plate cup upon each morning. All this is God, right here in my pea green house each morning. And I mean, though often forget to give thanks, to faint down by the kitchen table in a prayer of rejoicing. As the holy birds at the kitchen window peck into their marriage of seeds, while I think of it, let me paint a thank you on my palm for this God, this laughter of the morning, lest it go unspoken. The joy that isn't shared, I've heard, dies young. A reading on gratitude from The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beattie. Gratitude. Say thank you until you mean it. Thank God, life, and the universe for everyone and everything sent your way. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. It turns problems into gifts, failures into successes, and the unexpected into perfect timing, and mistakes into important events. It can turn an existence into a real life, and disconnected situations into important and beneficial lessons. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. Gratitude makes things right. Gratitude turns negative energy into positive energy. There is no situation or circumstance so small or large that it is not susceptible to gratitude's power. We can start with who we are and what we have today, apply gratitude, and then let it work its magic. Say thank you until you mean it. If you say it long enough, you will believe it.
When I breathe in, I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love. When I breathe in, I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love. When I breathe in, I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love.
The Unitarian Universalist Church of Silver Spring is a living community with a rich heritage and a future full of purpose. We are strong and adaptable in these times because of the commitments of our members and friends. There are two ways now that you can make your financial donation. If you have a tablet or a smartphone, please download the Give Plus mobile app from Vanco. Search in zip code 20903 to find UUCSS, and in a few clicks, you will have set up your account. To make a payment toward your pledge or to give to the operating budget, please select Annual Budget Drive. The other way to donate through your phone is through Text to Give. Use your phone to text a message to the number 833-880-1363. The content of your text message will be a $sign and the amount that you want to donate. You'll receive a reply with a link to complete your donation on a secure website. You'll see instructions for both of these options on your screen in a moment. If you are watching this on a recording, these options still work. You can use the Give Plus app or text anytime. Now, if neither the app nor texting is a good option for you, the office is still accepting checks through the postal mail. Mark your envelope Attention Collector. As a community, we need each other now more than ever. Please be as generous as you are able. We want to thank just now Phyllis Stanley for her lovely piano selections during the offering, and it will now be given by the congregation and received by the congregation.
You've been so kind and generous. I don't know how you keep on giving. For your kindness, I'm in debt to you. For your selflessness, my admiration. For everything you've done, you know I'm bound to thank you for it. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Good morning, beloveds. I would like to start out my talk this morning by first expressing gratitude. Much love, effort, and perseverance was required to plan this morning's service, especially since most of the service was planned during my time of study leave. Thank you to Michael Holmes and Phyllis Stanley for their carefully thought out music selections. Thanks to our worship committee here at UUCSS for their help and guidance during the worship preparation process. To Jake Ryder and the technical team for putting all of the pieces of the Sunday worship puzzle together. Your knowledge and expertise is deeply appreciated. Thank you to the Children's and Youth Religious Education Committee for their creativity and commitment. And next, I owe Erica Anderson much gratitude for taking charge of the planning process for this service. And last but never least, our children and youth for their enthusiastic contributions to this worship service. Young ones, I am so impressed by your dedication and commitment to this week's service, and I am honored to serve you. I cannot speak for every person, but I can speak for myself and say that finding space for gratitude during this complex and turbulent time that the year 2020 has become has not always been easy. In fact, most days, being grateful within this apocalyptic time is something that slides out of my peripheral vision, literally on a daily basis. As if living in a hyper-connected world during a time of public health crisis and pandemic weren't enough, each day brings a new challenge. Some challenges are seemingly dire as the pandemic itself, while other challenges are actually kind of comical in their tragic kind of way. And by the way, whatever happened to murder hornets? And as each new challenge presents itself, it becomes increasingly clear that spiritual practice is a critical component of working towards surviving during this complicated moment in time. Again, speaking from my own experience, I spent much of my adult life not recognizing that expressing gratitude is itself a spiritual practice. In the time that I like to refer to as the pre-seminary era, or PSE time, gratitude was an act of obligation. Saying thank you, the symbol of gratitude to those bent towards a conventional morality, was, at best, an action, and usually never a practice. But don't get me wrong, my thanks were always genuine. But being genuine isn't always the same as embodying an ethic of gratitude. Within the years that have unfolded in PSE time, being grateful is now transcending the things and the mechanics of person-to-person exchange, and they have evolved into an embodied experience of appreciation for all things beloved within the universe. And as difficult as it is sometimes, this appreciation, this practice of gratitude, has come to include not simply the things and creation that seem good, but sometimes, as I go through this maturity process, my gratitude practice, even every once in a while, includes being grateful for pain and for struggle. Gratitude as a spiritual practice can be complicated. In his book, Life of the Beloved, Spiritual Living in a Secular World, Catholic priest, and pastoral and practical theologian Henry Nouwen writes, "To be grateful for the good things that happen in our lives is easy, but to be grateful for all of our lives, the good as well as the bad, the moments of joy as well as the moments of sorrow, the successes as well as the failures, the rewards as well as the rejections, that requires hard spiritual work. And still, we are only truly grateful people when we can say thank you to all that has brought us to this present moment. As long as we keep dividing our lives between events and people we would like to remember and those we would rather forget, we cannot claim the fullness of our beings as a gift to be grateful for." Now, some might hear Nouwen's words and think, easier said than done, Hank. And despite my ability to admit the complicated nature of my personal spiritual practices of gratitude, I can also understand the reaction that questions the genuine ability to find space for gratitude in pain or crisis or tragedy. Finding space for gratitude in the midst of suffering is difficult, if not, honestly, often impossible. But perhaps the honest takeaway from contemplating a spiritual practice of gratitude is to understand that within our UU community, this opportunity to cultivate meaningful relationships exists. And these relationships can nurture us and hold us and comfort us while we grapple with the complicated nature of gratitude. And this space of community is itself something beloved to be grateful for. Early on in today's service, during the message, Gabriel Pinkard read the story titled Gracias, Thanks, to our group. In his reading, Gabriel reminded us that gratitude is universal. And the takeaway from this can be that yes, our current pandemic is universal. But even as the world is entangled within this public health crisis, we are also, on a small communal scale, experiencing beloved spaces of beauty. Whether in the presence of a small red ladybug, chocolate syrup that is as rich and thick as mud, bees that don't sting, trees that are green, or the enveloping comfort of well-worn pajamas, the space for gratitude can bring moments of beauty within the pain and within the chaos. And that, my friends, is a beloved blessing.
Good morning. My name is Chip Birdsall, and I am on the RE Committee of the Unitarian Church of Silver Spring. And this morning, I am going to do a little personal reflecting on gratitude. Before I begin, I want to say I am grateful for the opportunity to do this. And while it is a little out of my comfort zone, I appreciate the opportunity to expand my horizons, my personal horizons, if even just a little. In other words, I'm a little nervous. I was having difficulty deciding what to focus my reflection on, and was thinking in this time of difficulty and isolation to talk about my gratitude towards friends and family. When I told this to a friend, they replied, "Everyone is grateful for friends and family. It should be more about personal experience and blessings." So I began to think about that and decided to do a combination of both and talk about acts and feelings of gratitude, both big and small. These are difficult times we are going through, and I think, based on personal experience, one of the toughest things is the imposed isolation that we have to endure. So what I like to do when I'm walking somewhere with my mask on and see another masked person walking nearby is to give a little wave. And I am very grateful when I get a little wave back. It is a simple, small act of connection and solidarity, even with a stranger, an acknowledgement that we're all in this together. I have thought a lot about this pandemic and its cause and how I have dealt with it personally. And so I have to express a big, so to speak, gratitude to my mom and dad, who instilled in me certain values that, while not with a situation like this in mind, have helped me cope with it, and that they helped me develop into a, hopefully, patient, tolerant person. They taught me the values of open-mindedness and fairness, and the error of prejudice, and how wrong it is to judge anyone by their appearance, ethnicity, and religion. And I am especially grateful for having a dad who found something of interest in everyone, and who had a never-ending curiosity about life, and who loved to learn and read and do. He never told me to be like him, but I paid attention to him all the same, and he helped me to feel strong in myself. I like to think I inherited some of his traits in part, and in no small way I think they have helped me deal with the isolation and even at times the anger that I have encountered in ordinary, everyday places that arises from the stress this pandemic has caused. In turn, I was grateful to see my son Will develop his own sense of identity and tried to follow my father's example in teaching him that he was, in quotation marks, perfect as he was. It has been very gratifying to see him gain his independence and voice, and his willingness to stand up for what he believes is right, manifested in taking part as a peaceful protester in Baltimore. When I asked him about it, this was his reply, paraphrased. "I have gotten so much from my black friends, music and culture. This is my way of giving back." Speaking here to the kids in our congregation, you are our future, and I hope in some small way you can take away something from my gratitude. Look around and see someone or something that could use a helping hand and reach out yours. There are little miracles all around you. All you have to do is look with your heart as well as your eyes. Thank you.
below me I fear no motion, standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean. Still my dry land heart can say, I've been sailing all my life now, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I traveled, and the earth is my blue boat home. Sun, my sail, and moon, my rudder, as I fly the starry sea, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, all naked in dirt pilgrim souls, making our way by the lights of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat home. I give thanks to the waves upholding me, and the great winds urging me on. Greet the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailor's song. I was born upon the fathoms, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I traveled, and the earth is my blue boat home.
Raise your hands.
As we near the end of our service and prepare for virtual coffee hour,
Yeah,
find your chalice or flashlight near you. Get ready to extinguish it, and let us know in the chat that you will carry the flame. Please join me in the words of the chalice extinguishing. Carry the flame of peace and love until we meet again.
Our benediction today is an adaptation of words written by Eric Williams. And it goes like this. Love is the spirit of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Silver Spring. May the songs we sing celebrate this love. May the lives we lead embody this spirit. May you all go forth in peace. Go in peace, return again in love, and blessed be.
Here is our song.